Okay, I'm just going to provide a brief introduction to what's going to happen today in the video that you're about to see. In the video you're about to see, it was with a live class. So I do believe I tried to get rid of student names, but anyway, let's get going. So you're going to talk about graphing radical functions. A radical function, please use your vocab, means you're going to have a square root, could mean you're going to have a cube root. It could even mean you're going to have a fourth or a fifth root, but those are not discussed in Algebra 2. So I'm going to teach you all about square root and cube root graphs today. Now, essential understanding, you need to know that a square root function is the inverse of a quadratic function that has a restricted domain. Let's zoom in here. We've already talked about this. Let's say that you are given a parabola. The inverse of that, we talked about this, look at your chart if you need to, is a positive and a negative square root graph. We indicated that yesterday when we were talking about stuff on that chart. The positive, the reason we have to use positive and negative, because here's the positive root and here's the negative root. Without both of them, you wouldn't have a sideways parabola. Now let's rewind that, and let's talk about what would happen if you had just half of a parabola. So you have 1/2 of an x squared graph. You have half of a quadratic. Well, the inverse of that would just be the positive root of x, because you only have the positive side of your x squared. So if you have originally half of a parabola and you folded it around this beautiful straight line right here, you will get this shape on a graph. And if I could pick up my iPad, I would. So what I need you to understand, the essential understanding, is that a square root graph is the inverse of half of a restricted domain of a parabola. Now we'll go ahead and go to the next video so you can participate with the live class.